so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cox. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Here we go.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Throwing again. Cox. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
To throw is Cox. On 3rd and 2. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's got it. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Quick throw completed by Watson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, Brendan, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Watson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments. We're going to repeat it the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Cox now, off the play fake. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Cox to throw on 3rd down. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
This is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is taken at the 18. A A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb
to about the 48-yard line.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a throw here to his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And Chubb will try the middle here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seven, our score after 1.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On second down, it's Barker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Cox on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Cox. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now Cox on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Taken in at the 11. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Watson now to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now Chubb running right. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. On the
sideline. Did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job. Both feet in. First down.
A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Now it's Watson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
York able to send this one through.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Cox. His throw incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff up the middle. Barker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cox. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Cox. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw is Cox. Throwing on 1st down. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, you down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Now Watson. Got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, Paul,
and nothing but green grass here. Middle field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is more than possible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll try and throw for it here. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Parker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Cox now to throw on 3rd down. Open man right side is Ingram. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Cox throwing on 4th down. Caught left side Hopkins.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw. Cox. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Back to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it too.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 20. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they work this right upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Cox. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
2nd and 6. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. On 3rd down, it's Parker. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Looking to throw. Cox. Flush to his right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
A yard on now for the extra point.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team is.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. Back to throw. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. A give running right is Chubb.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Watson being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Cox. Throwing again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Off play action. Cox in trouble, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also opens up forward.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack didn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays. Give a great individual effort today.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going deep for Hopkins. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for a touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Here we
From
go.
the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Green back. Yellow blue. Right, right. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Cox. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
On the set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, you're right. It was almost insurmountable the way the opponent was playing, partner. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half, want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
There's a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.